Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video, and on today's episode I want to fully break down a trade I took today with the team, and this was on S&P 500. It was a very simple setup, although sort of aggressive, and it was on a 1 minute. um, I'm saying aggressive because I made my entry manually. However, I could have easily placed just a sell limit order and the trade would have played out just the same, just well. All right. So I just want to go here on my group right here. This is my Telegram. So this morning, I started seeing a couple of things between Nasdaq and S&P. I was actually seeing a potential. It was forming already on the 5 minute time frame. I was seeing S&P divergence, and especially on S&P. S&P was actually sweeping a previous low. Nasdaq was not sweeping anything. So I thought for a moment, okay, we're going to have buys, right? Probably we're actually going to have buys. However, let me show you what happened because I changed my mind. Okay, let me go ahead and just clean this here. This was the sweep. Okay, I'm gonna leave this SMT right there, and I kind of want to go somewhere here, and let me stretch this part right here. Okay, so this was Nasdaq 5 minute, and let's go S&P here on the 5 minute, right? So we were having on the right side, see that the S&P price was giving us this divergence. If I go on Nasdaq, you see this high, this higher low right there is this lower low. So I was thinking, okay, I like the sweep. I would rather probably go with S&P because S&P was the one, sweeping that previous low. So I'll probably be interested in looking for buys. But look at what's happening right here. Just want to see, checking on the day before. Oh, we were very high, right? So we're sort of trying to, like, we're consolidating right now. If you look closer right here, also on Nasdaq, like we are consolidating. We're definitely in a box, and right here, right, we're seeing that consolidation. But I'm seeing that sweep, right? That sweep. I was like, okay, we could actually have buys. Price has swept this liquidity. So you see an accumulation, maybe manipulation, and then distribution to the upside, right? However, I'm gonna show you why I did not look for buys, and the reason is simple: displacement. I was not seeing any displacement to the upside. Just right here on the 5 minute time frame, all I have to do is wait for price to. In this case, if you see how far this move is, like from all the way right there, this is one clean move, right? One, two, three, four, five, six candles, bearish candles. Where would be my market structure shift right here on the 5 minute? It would be somewhere here, very far, right? The market structure shift. So I would wait for maybe I would expect a huge displacement, maybe pulling back to discount so I can go for the buy, right? But look at what happened. Prices started pushing up, but very slow. Look at that. It wasn't displacing. It was just moving up and then going down. So one candle up, one candle down, one candle up. It was not displacing the way I wanted to see it, right? And if I go on the 1 minute, just look at this. It's ugly. There is no displacement right here. There's just very little candles. So I was like, I don't know. I don't like, and I said it. I said it on the team. Like, I don't know. This move is not telling me anything. You see, I said it here. So I got nothing, right? So I spotted on the on a what is it, 15 minute, 15 minute. I was having a potential breaker block. That was the only thing I was seeing, to be honest. That probably, after the break, price could pull back, retest the breaker, and then go up. But that's it. I was not seeing the displacement, so I wasn't seeing much for buys, to be honest. So at this point, I started just marking up. I had this buy side liquidity right here. I had also this one right here, this one right here, right? So I knew we had this buy side liquidity right there, just very close New York session, right? So I was waiting for this thing, just waiting. Price, you see, this is still pushing up, but there's nothing, there's no displacement, so no reason for me to be looking for buys right now, to be honest. So I'm just waiting, and then I saw this on a 5 minute time frame. When I see this on a 5 minute time frame, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna forget about Nasdaq, and I want to go on 1 minute. I went on the 1 minute time frame, and on the 1 minute time frame, this is what we have. You see how clean the structure is. It's much better at this point. We're starting. We were very slow, very choppy, very slow. All of a sudden, we're starting to have more structure, like big impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Right? Look at this. We had the sweep. Price swept, and after sweeping, we have moved to the downside. What am I expecting here? You see, I'm using this indicator called fractals, right there. It's basically, it marks up the highs and lows. You don't need it. I'm just using it so you can see where it is, right? The structure. So right here, this would basically be my market structure shift. If I want to be selling, okay, I know price has swept a previous recent high, and now all I'm doing is waiting. All I have to do is just wait. Is this really going to sell? I don't know. Let's see, right? Because there is actually a an order block right here, right? This is a demand. So um, price could react here and push up, right? So I'm waiting, and I see the next candle. Look at that. This place is below. You see? Look at the big difference. So don't complicate things. This is very simple right there. We had this move, impulse, correction, sweep, right? And then boom, displacement to the downside. Very simple. This is a boss and this is a chalk right there, basically. And I'm looking for the price to pull back somewhere, using a fib or something like that, right? A 50% discount. So I can actually go for the sale, right? That's it. That's when I see that, I'm starting to think, okay, now I'm seeing a sell. I was sort of interested in the buy first, but the buy did not give me anything. So now price is showing me what it wants to do. You see, so I waited for the price to tell me what it wants to do. And this is what I wanted to do. Now, based on this, you see there's only one single fair value gap that I'm seeing right now. At that point, I'm seeing this fair value gap, right? That's the only one I have right there. We have maybe, okay, that potential. Now that demand can turn into a breaker, so that could be a breaker, right? So we have sort of overlapping those two, the breaker and the fair value gap. Okay, looks nice. So what do we do from here? I was sending a picture to the team when the price was right here, right? Sort of with the next candle, right? See, price was starting to pull back. So right here, if you use the fib from the high to the low, you go OT. All right, the fair value gap, the breaker, unfortunately, is not fully into the discount area. The fair value gap is in between right there. Not the best thing to do, but hey, anyways, look at what happened. So I did not place a sell limit order. I actually waited a little bit more. Why I waited a little bit more? Why I did not place a sell limit order right here? First, this week has been quite messy. We're having earnings report, and the entire week has been sort of slow, I would say, and very choppy. So I didn't want it to be full today because we also have this buy side liquidity right here. Very close, right? From yesterday. I don't know. This is the same day. Yeah, from today, from 4 in the morning. But anyways, it's just very close right there. I'm thinking, okay, the New York Stock Exchange is just opening right here. Price could even go a little higher one more time, sweeping one more time that buy side liquidity, maybe before dropping. So I didn't want it to sell right away. I just thought I could wait it a little bit more, and I did. I just waited a little bit more. I see the price actually going higher like that, but still respecting the zone, right? And then when the price was sort of this candle, this was the 1 minute candle that was sort of going aggressively to the downside. That's when I decided to jump in. I'm like, okay, what the heck? I'm taking the risk on this one. 0.50% anyways, I risked today. It was somewhere there. My stop loss was just right here. I should have placed it maybe above this one. But at that point, I was first, I was aiming this. Okay, this is the most important one. Okay, nearest and most important one right there. But I use the fib, right, to get the projection basically from the high to the low of the manipulation move, which is this high to this low. If you don't know what it is, this is standard deviation projection to show me uh, where to aim the target. Make sure to watch the playlist I have here and the video I have is specifically for that on the top right corner, so you can check it out. All right, and you can see the explanation, full explanation in there. So I was actually aiming at this first. This was my strongest target first, right here. This sell side liquidity, right, and then I was going for the two between the 2 and 2.5. Then I decided to actually hold all the way down to the 4. I was closing about 80 to 90% right here in this area. Anyways, I did not trade, as I mentioned. I did not risk much today, so it was just a decent entry. So from there, look at what happened. Pretty much prices started going. Still a little choppy. I could have expected maybe a lot more volume, but you see from there it started going down a lot stronger, pulling back a little bit, and then boom, smashing that TP. So this would have been a 1 to 5. If I would have hold all of it, of course, a lot better, right? But I was closing like between 80 to 90% in this area already, and I decided to hold a little bit more just for fun. I told my team, hey guys, I'm actually holding just for fun. Let me just show you right here. Price was going, doom when it hit. I said I'm going to hold a little bit more, one little portion, just for fun, right? So I hold it now using the right here, the target on the standard deviation. I was targeting that, right, and then from there, boom, until it got smashed, right there. So this all happened within the VIP group. If you're interested, guys, in joining in my group, my team, I do provide mentorship for life, pretty much. It's a one-time payment, and you join the team. Uh, uh, if you're looking for signals, man, this is not for you. Really, don't recommend just because of the signals. If you want to learn what I do and then do it for yourself, this is it. This is it. Okay. So I'll really appreciate if you give it just a thumbs up. It motivates me to keep posting content for you guys. I know this actually helps. If not, you can even learn from my YouTube videos. I do have a lot of playlists right here. I'm gonna leave you on the top right corner based on ICT concept, SMC, all of this stuff. Um, I have a bunch of videos based on that. So go ahead, make sure to check them out. Give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.